Hi everyone, Jason Slama back after a hiatus for a little while for Devlog number 4 for Gotchi Guardians. I have a special guest for you today. It's very late, so sorry if I look tired. I promise I'm fine. I have joining me the Catalyst OG CEO. You can reach him at @CloudsFTW. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Jason, man? Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you. I'm sorry that I'm on Eastern and it's so late for you, but I truly appreciate you making the time for this Devlog, man. I'm super excited to see Gotchi Towers and what it's all about. So, yeah, man, thank you for having me.
Gotchi Guardians, bro.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Gotchi Guardians. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. We'll edit that out, maybe, or not. Yeah. So, trying to keep the format a bit shorter and go straight to gameplay as soon as possible. So get ready. We're going to be playing against Clouds later on, and we have a lot of new things in the build since the last time you guys saw it. And yeah, but first, before we get to that, I wanted to just show the evolution of the latest character that's kind of ready in this build that you guys are going to be check out. And for those of you who've been following us, there's nothing new here. We're talking today about the Steady Lad. And, you know, community helped name this guy. He's been preparing a long time, but I'm not sure we ever shared, like, you know, how much of an exploration we actually did trying to figure out how to do this character. But ultimately, he turned out to be this little guy with a bullet. And I want to share a bit, like, how much work goes past this. So, you know, we have a concept. Well, what happens next? Well, we have to make a block out. You know, we make a quick version in 3D of what the character could look out, and then I play around with animations, try to bring him to life. Like, how's he going to move? Where do we need to put the things on? And then while we're doing that, we're still kind of concepting out, like, what does he look like on the different levels? What does he look like for his full upgrade? And as some of you guys might have seen in a stream before, well, his ultimate upgrade gives him FUD bullets. And FUD bullets kind of root the Gotchi, and you can see some of our concepts there. Well, I'm proud to say we actually got a custom VFX made just for when a character gets rooted, and it is pretty dope. Maybe we'll see it today.
That is awesome, man. That is awesome. That's looking great. I love the name for the little guy, man, with the little bullet with FUD. I love that it's community created, by the way. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
And he's actually going to be in the build today. There you go. That's what he looks like with the FUD bullet upgrade and everything working, if we can get that going. So without further ado, I'm gonna unmute the game, which is running in the background. We're going to switch to a little gameplay. I got cameras working this time. Hopefully everything is working perfectly. We've got even a guest, Thrax, to play against us, so a real challenger. So straight up, right off the bat, you can see we have a new thing at the top here, which kind of shows you how much money you have and how much income you have. And we have freaking tooltips working, bro. You can mouse over things, and it actually tells you what they're for. And we can put a little bit some bulls. Oh yeah.
I'm excited for the bulls.
Now you see the bulls here are still in blockout mode, and they're still being actively worked, but they're kind of fun. They work. So let's see what's going on. We got Dire Tire coming out. There you see, my bulls are just fighting. How are you doing over there? Let's see.
Not whoa. So am I just clicking my towers?
Yeah, just press one. Press one.
Oh,
spin attack.
Okay. Oh,
there you go.
Oh. Okay.
Spin attack. You gotta build some towers.
Gotcha. Let me take care of this guys first, real quick. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Is it like a cooldown on the spin attack?
Yeah, there's a cooldown.
Let me see. I have. Okay. I'm gonna put this out. Spin attack.
There you go.
Oh,
you
clear. Let's fucking go.
Now, you can see here that there's actually an item in the bottom left. That's your pinwheel attack. That's what's happening when you're pressing one. There you go. You
I see. Okay.
You also have the ability to like change the rally point on the bulls, so they can go to different places. So if you want to.
What are the shiny stones on the top right, like on the top middle lanes? What are liquidator platforms? Oh.
Yeah. So this is where you get to add more enemies, and look, there we go. The Steady Lad. Soon we're gonna have some Steady Lads going in here. All right. So we've got an item shop now and 4 inventory slots. Right now I've got a pinwheel, right? And there's a little one here. That's because it's a level 1 pinwheel. For 122 gold, I can get it to do more damage. Or, what's this? A pew-pew glove. Oh! Look at that. My Gotchi now has a ranged attack. I get a free reroll every round. I can maybe get a diggity dagger. increase the damage on my Gotchi. Maybe get some more bulls up in here. Let's see.
All right, let's see what I got, because I did some upgrading over here.
Let's see what you got.
Okay.
All right, you've got some bulls ready to defend you. Some frogs. I see you've been building some enemies. Good income, good income. More income than me.
Oh, I
Right.
see now. I see the map now. Oh, okay, okay. I'm gonna
Right. Remember, you can always
Need more
zoom out
towers
with
over
the
here.
scroll wheel.
Yes, yes, that's what I just discovered. But I can see now the lanes of where the enemies are coming and where I need to build more towers now.
Yeah.
My bull is not doing enough right now. I need to get him
Now-
more bulls.
You might be wondering, why is it called the Pew Pew gun? Well, if I upgrade it, now
It
my
goes pew,
character
pew,
goes... Yeah. Now it goes pew pew. And you know what? I can maybe round it up with the Ring of Sauron here. And now I'll do AoE damage if they ever get close to me. Maybe sell my pinwheel. Buy a Midas bag. Alright, let's see. How much money do I have left? Enough for another bull. I'm doing the all bull challenge here.
Oh, I don't have enough. I wanted to get all bulls. Alright, but I have enough, I feel. I have a good amount of bulls. Where's my character?
Now, the fun thing about the bull market is at level 3, you get 2 bulls. And at level 5, you start getting 3 bulls per tower.
So to level up my tower, I have to click on the tower that's already built, right?
Yep.
And upgrade.
Spin it. Oh no, I sold my spin attack. It's really hard to play.
This game
Look at that. Look at that.
I
We're
love,
good.
I love
We're
that
good.
it's 3D like as well too. Oh wait.
All right.
Upgrade is the money, right?
Sorry. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Well, there's a little arrow going up. Yeah.
Oh no! I sold the tower. Oh no!
Oh no.
I see. I have to click the same one. All right, got it.
This is hectic trying to explain all this stuff while we play. But the Midas bag is fun. It's a stackable, consumable item, and every charge you get increases the amount of money you get every round, and with interest, 5%, 10%, depending on the stacks you have. And you just kind of sell it. So now mine's worth about 119. Yours is worth 183. You clearly bought it earlier. But it starts to kind of really kick off after a while. All right, but
And then if I don't want to sell it, what exactly can I use it for again?
you get your money back, or you lose the income when you sell, right?
Got.
All right, the all bull challenge. I need to focus.
Upgrade. How many bulls do you have? How many towers?
Too many.
Too many.
Right, so you can actually click on me in the leaderboard and see exactly what I'm doing.
Oh, I can see your PvP.
You don't see like what I'm looking.
Oh my gosh.
Now the 8 market, it's a mechanic that will change, but it adds an extra bull when we spend a lot of money on bull markets. I'm gonna go hide.
I'm not at your level yet, but I do have a couple of level 3.
All right, let's go. Man, Pew Pew is awesome.
Which abilities to use the dagger? Is that too?
The dagger is just increasing damage passively.
Oh.
That's why it doesn't have a hotkey. And look, even the Midas bag changes icons as it grows. Let's see. Oh, I have Pew Pew upgraded there. I'm gonna get greedy. I'm gonna make more steady lads. Try and get money to really upgrade my bulls next round. Yeah, let's do that. And hope I survive. I mean, I've got Diggity Dagger, I've got my Eye of Sauron. How can I go wrong? Alright, let's go here.
I need to find more abilities. I need to remember to do that.
Now we've got Exploding Dire Tires.
So what happens if my character...
You lose!
No.
The loser is you. It's the last man standing is the whole point of the game. Oh my god, there's too much. I'm taking too much damage.
Help me. There you go.
I need to upgrade my bulls. Alright, let's get some level 3 bulls up in here.
Heck yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Alright, we're at the bottom, man. I think we're gonna lose pretty soon.
We're not doing well.
Oh shit, someone built the new bridge. We've added in a new model for the bridge, actually. Soon we actually want to make it so that you can destroy it, and the other player can recreate it, but every time it's created or destroyed, the cost goes up.
Oh, I'm lighting with fire, my character.
Did you buy the... Yeah, you bought the fire ring.
Oh my god, these enemies are strong, man.
Well, one of the AIs is just...
They killed me. Like, jumped all the way to third place. Not back to fourth still.
Alright. I'm dead too. Well, we need to buff bulls is the point here.
Yeah, I have my bulls at level 3.
You can see here Thrax is doing a more healthy balance between units in first place right now. So, there's that defeat music just kind of making us regret our life choices. So let's get out of there for a minute. Come back to just quality time, me and you. So, that was the first match. Probably next guest, I'll give them a bit more of a practice before they have to go in. But I kind of wanted, like, you know, your honest first feedback on how crazy and hectic and what was it like for you?
I think you put it right, like, in the right place, man. It is really hectic, but it's extremely fun, right? Like, I don't think the gameplay doesn't feel boring to me for a tower defense type of game. I really enjoyed the character designs of the game. I think it's genius to add the tool to get the description of what everything does, because it's really important in this game, I feel like. The good thing I liked is that you have enough time to do upgrades. I feel like with games like this, sometimes the timer for upgrades is like really short, so you're like scattering around to see what you have to upgrade. This one gives you enough time, in my opinion, to do the right type of updates and take time to like see what's happening and stuff. One thing I did not expect is how strong the enemies are. Like, I think by the 4th, 5th round that we were doing, I wasn't even paying attention, and my health bar was going like super quickly, you know. So I was like, whoa.
Yeah, if you don't keep up, right? If you don't manage to invest into your income, you won't have the defenses to survive the enemies, the other guys. I think one of the AIs had like 1,300 income, while we're like at a peasant 600. Yeah. So I think the reason that it really kicked our asses is it really pumped up the difficulty of the game. And if you don't play on that night, you'll fall behind. But there's also a little bit of a rock paper scissors element in there, and I kind of want to show that with the bulls. The bulls are great against steady lads. They're designed to actually do extra damage to them. So the steady lads take less damage if they're holding their bullet. Okay. But when they fight the bull, they throw their bullet. So the bull just comes in and like screws up their day. It just ends their existence. But if there's like no bulls and, you know, they're just walking through the lanes, all the brute forces, the rifle launchers, yeah, they're hurting it, but they're not killing it pretty effectively. So there's that kind of dynamic, both where brute force is better against tire, rifle launcher is better against fungi. Bull market is good to get steady lads, so that, you know, when you're making the game harder, you can make it harder against a type of enemy that you have the best defenses for, and then you can like spy on your other players and go, okay, yeah, he's hiding in that corner, so I'm going to make sure the enemies that I make the strongest are over there. I'm going to hide in a different corner. So,
yeah, I think that's awesome, by the way. The fact that you guys added like a spectating basically into like the leaderboard, I think is really cool, because you can really play with your strategy, right? Like you're saying, like, and I think that's one of the most important elements in this game. I think it'll be cool to dive deep into what's most important, like building the bridge like early on, or like saving your money for the later rounds, and then really like looking into your upgrades, you know? So I think there's a lot that goes into it, and it's really fun so far.
So we've been working a lot on the UX, trying to get it to be more intuitive to people as they go in. That's why we added things like tooltips. We're adding in like tutorial arrows that are going to be like, hey, click here to move your character, without it like being, a book you have to read to understand how to play the game. Ideal. So yeah, I'm glad you kind of did it. We're recording this on a Wednesday right now, the 30th of November. But what people will hopefully know by the time that you're watching this is we just should have finished up a community playtest where anyone can just have gone and done it. I hope you guys are sending us your feedback. Please be kind. I know there's a lot of work to do, and there's probably some bugs and some balancing issues that need to be done. But we're at the very early stages still, and we're just trying to get a feel for like what's fun, what works, what doesn't work, where are our biggest learning points, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I hope people enjoyed it. That's pretty crazy. And if you did enjoy it, in the coming weeks, we're also going to be releasing the alpha available for everyone. We're going to have a very open development cycle where people are going to be able to play as we update the game as possible. I mean, not every week or maybe even every month at the beginning, but just as soon as possible, and you'll be able to play it, give feedback. We might try to fix critical stuff. That's scary, man.
Dude, I think you guys are doing it, man. Involving the community, getting their feedback, right? One thing I will say to what you were saying when you were asking for the guys to go easy on the feedback and stuff like that, which I think is when you're giving feedback, and this is coming from somebody that's testing games all the time and working with brands to provide them this feedback and advise them on things, right? Just think of solutions, guys, right? Provide feedback. Constructive criticism is always acceptable and it's always appreciated, but come with solutions, right? Devs put a lot of work into the work that they do. And, it's never cool to go in and just say hey, this sucks, but have no type of solution. So I think just think about from a solution standpoint, right? And I think the game looks great. I think it's going to be awesome and people are really going to enjoy. I'm curious though, are you guys going on mobile? Because this
eventually.
Okay.
Right now, sort of our development plan has been find the fun, make sure our core gameplay experience is fun. It's just a bit easier and faster to iterate and develop on PC. And this is just the core gameplay stuff. We just got items in. We're still getting basic mechanics in. We're missing even an end game, really. You thought the enemies were tough. Well, they're supposed to get even tougher because when you really know what you're doing, it's actually... You'll end up making, I think in one match I had 22,000 income or something,
wow.
It went deep, right? I had to go and make the enemies at a high level, the highest level enemies you can, super strong. Because at the end of the day, we need 7 people to die, right?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how often the matches are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 HP on the last 2 players. It's just at some point, it just gets so hard and it's who can... dodge
who can survive
the fastest, which is kind of funny for a game where it's but I find to me it's not necessarily about finding solutions because solutions are really hard to find. It's just about giving criticism and concerns in a respectful manner is more what I ask, because I'll always respect someone's I didn't like that. Shit, you have every right not to like that. Maybe there's something we can do about it. But the solution to making everything right is tricky. It's hard to take feedback when it's your mother is so fat she couldn't QA test the game. I don't know, that made no sense, but you get what I mean. Actually, that's going to be a running joke now. Your mama's so fat.
Your mama's so fat. Yeah, no, I think you put it in a good way, right? I guess I should have paraphrased a little bit or rephrased. Yeah, you're right. I'm not saying anybody that's testing games or providing feedback should be thinking in a developing standpoint, right, or as a developer would, because it's just gamers are not thinking about that, right? But I do think there's you put it in the right way, right? Respectful feedback is always appreciated the most, right? Because then you can come into some type of common ground between the two parties, right? Hey, I totally get it. You didn't like that. We'll work on it. We'll see what makes it better and what makes your experience better. But it didn't come from a place of just adding FUD into a project, which happens a lot in our space.
Yeah. So anyways, this is This is fun. Is there anything else you'd like to know, or you'd like to discuss or throw out in the last five
I'm
minutes?
ready for Mash 2, man. That'd been
You
that
want
goal the way I wanted it to. I want to do like I want to dive more into like actually learning the mechanics so I can do good. But yeah, man, I think the game is great. I have a ton of questions, but I think as we're getting to see a little bit more of it and we play a little bit more, then those will come up as well. I know we're gonna do a little Q&A later on too. So.
Well, I mean, we're at the Q&A. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, listen. My main question is, right, like you guys are in early development.
Right.
And you mentioned that, for example, with the new character that was in this, how it was community led and it was named by the community and stuff. Are you guys looking to work with the community in some aspect of UGC components, right? Like, are you looking to implement that into the game as it further develops into the cycles?
So just we're on the same page, or for anyone who doesn't know, UGC, user-generated content, right? Um, I mean, UGC is tricky. It can mean so many things. So I want to clarify some things, because just the act of playing with other people is UGC, right? Like
Yeah.
you being an opponent is user-generated content. But that aside, um, I think I think there's potentially room for there, but we have to be kind of careful. Like the asset pipeline, putting in new wearables for gotchis or adding in new characters and everything is a lot of work. But it's certainly something that I think would fit the spirit of our company one day when we get there. Especially like we want to do skins for liquidators, skins for the levels. So I think there'll be some opportunities now, and we have fake gotchis, right, which are already cool. We didn't use it in our match earlier, but we as well,
Oh,
where
that's
your
really cool.
characters can do that. The game is so hectic though; it's hard to find time
I don't think you have
to
time to
emote.
like.
Yeah, you're so busy just trying. And so I think there's some space potential there. But I don't think it'll be part of our core experience, if you know what I
Okay.
mean. Yeah. But on the flip side, like we still plan on giving everyone access to the 3D gotchis, also, and even our tower meshes and animations and our liquidator meshes and animations. I think the idea is, or what we really like to do eventually is give that to the community, and then they can actually make their own products. Because Gotchi Guardians it's hopefully a fun, cool game that has lots of potential and creates lots of content generally, but it's part of an ecosystem. It's part of a community for
Right.
Aavegotchi. That's kind of like how we see it, I think, and that's pretty cool to me.
No, I
um,
agree, man. I think that is really cool, and that is the cool part of being like part of an ecosystem, right? Like, I mean, we see the effect that Axie have, for example, right? Like, and they're
yeah,
part of a huge ecosystem too. And I think the more you guys play with the Gashi IP and integrate that into different like components, whether you experiment with like mini games that bring the Gashi into life there too, or like continue to develop this one, right? Like I think it's awesome to have that power of an ecosystem and the community behind it and continue to develop that way.
so I guess that's another form of user-generated content in a way.
Yeah. No, you're right. I guess I meant like, and you're totally right. Implementing user-generated content in a way of doing it like at a massive scale, where you're allowing people maybe to develop maps for you, or like the skins for like the gashis and stuff like that. It can be tricky. At every game benefits from that, right? So I totally
Yeah.
agree with your takes, by the way, and I do agree with you that having PvP and having other people to play with is already user generated content, right, in some form or shape. So that's awesome that you guys have that integrated and you have that in the back mindset, but it's not like I totally get it that it's not a part of it. Another question I had though was when you mentioned that it's going to be open to the public, right? Like, you said Thursday or Friday that that's going
Friday,
to happen.
2 days from
Friday. Okay,
recording
so
this.
two
Yeah.
days from now. So that's awesome. So it's going to be open to the public. Is that going to be free access, free to
Yep.
play, or that's awesome? Yeah.
Yeah. We won't have like things like login or wallets or anything set up yet, right? We're just getting user feedback and, stress testing a little bit. The gameplay loops, finding out what our biggest bugs are and making sure we're fixing the right things, but and just generally getting feedback where people are getting stuck, where we need to refine and get us closer to being ready for an eventual full release next year. Yeah,
That's awesome, man. I'm looking forward to continue playing it and get to there. But last question, real right? With I lost my train of thought because I was thinking of the public access. But I was gonna ask. Oh, you said wallet integration, right? So does that mean that once there is wallet integration, people are gonna be able to use their NFTs in game?
yeah. All our wearable skins. The plan is as Web 2 friendly as possible, meaning you create an account and we make a wallet for you underneath the skin, or you hook in your own wallet, kind of your choice. But if you don't want to understand how that stuff works, you don't have to, and you can just treat it like a rig. But that all these like wearables and stuff, or alternate skins and everything, will be under the hood NFTs, so you can trade that map skin or that character skin or whatever it is, and really leverage the Web3 technologies without shoving it down your throat is the dream.
Awesome, man. I love that, by the way. So what would you say, Jason, what would you say is the next step for Gotchi Guardians? Like, what are you guys looking forward in between now and Friday and after Friday? Like, are you guys just looking to collect a bunch of data and feedback mostly, or are you looking to see how the servers handle all of those users coming in to test it?
Well, we don't have dedicated servers, actually. It's all P2P.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
You were running the entire simulation, and I was too, and we were just sending user inputs to each other. It's actually really, really cool technology.
Yeah, that is really cool. That is really cool technology.
Right now it's like, let's start getting some user feedback. We can promise the community. There's a few people who really want to get their hands on it. I can't wait for them to finally through, and just kind of see if we can start the communication between the two levels a little bit better, or really off. Release on a proper distribution platform by the end of the year. Just this sort of alpha. I would call it an alpha right now because we're far. And then in the first quarter of next year, try to actually reach the gameplay more feature complete and have some sort of beginnings of cross match, leaderboards and stuff like that. So there's some more replayability and some progression and that kind of stuff. And then over the next year, just add more content, build the game out. I mean, I won't go into the details of everything that we kind of dream of doing with Gotchi Guardians, but I can say that in our imagination, she's got legs. Like we can go really far with this. This is just like the early days beginning for Gotchi Guardians, and we want to do so much with it. It's nuts. So it's exciting times, but it's exhausting times too to get it there. I'm looking forward to the day of putting my legs up, looking there like, damn, look at everything we did. Yeah. We did it. The dream.
Yeah, I totally get it, man. I totally get it, and I truly appreciate the work you guys are putting in. When I'm telling you, this is one of the funnest, just Tower with Defense type of games that I've played and ever for me. Because as I was telling you earlier, I'm more of an FPS connoisseur type of guy, right? But this really has my attention. I'm looking forward to continue playing it. One of my favorite parts is the design that you guys went for. I love the character design. I love the world design, everything. The lanes of the maps are easy to understand, and I love the feel of view that you guys gave it. So, yeah, man.
I really actually, it started out more top down, but I wanted it to have a bit more depth. And
yeah, I appreciate the fact that you can see the whole plane of the map, basically, and you're able to kind of strategize of it, But those were all my questions, Jason, man. I really do appreciate all your answers and having me on the as well. So yeah, man.
It was great to have you. Thanks you so much for joining us on number 4. Everyone for tuning in. Me and Clouds here are gonna just end this call so we can get a little rematch and see if we can redeem ourselves and not end up at the bottom of the leaderboard for a second time.
That's not happening anymore, man.
Thank you for joining me, Clouds. Have a great week, evening, day, wherever you are, whenever you are.
Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it.
All right. Peace.